The topic of this video might be controversial, but I'm not trying to make it. It's just informative, right? I came to Moscow. I met up with a subscriber. He showed me the Nightwolves Club. I'm very grateful for the time that he took to show us. And well, let's learn a little bit about them.
Warsaw says they won't be allowed into Poland, but Russia's Nightwolves biker gang has all the same set off from its base in Moscow for what it describes as a victory ride to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the end of World War II. The bikers intend to go through several countries on their tour, including Belarus, Poland, the Czech Republic and Austria, before finishing in Berlin. The Polish Foreign Ministry says the country will not allow members of the Nightwolves to cross its borders and enter the European Union's territory in a decision Moscow said was politically motivated. However, the leader of the club, whose nickname is the Surgeon, does not expect to encounter any problems. We are not planning to circumvent the lack of visas or do anything illegal. That's not why we are going there. We got visas. 2 other people and I, 3 of us who applied for Schengen visas, have not been granted visas yet. All the others got visas.
Today I have quite the adventure. I've been invited to see something that I was told is unlike anything I've ever seen in Moscow. And already on the outside, this might give you an idea of what we're going to be looking at. We're visiting the Nightwolf headquarters. Let's go inside to learn more. I got a buddy of mine who's going to introduce me to some other people, and we're going to take a look around. Now, before we go in, immediately in the front of the headquarters, you're going to see the Orthodox cross there. And we're going to learn a little bit later how it became tied with the Orthodox Church. And so they have the cross there also with the Nightwolf. And if you read Russian, go ahead and zoom in on this. You can interpret that as you will, and anybody who's watching from Russia, please give me a translation in the comments below. Now let's head in. I'm standing here with my buddy Sven. Sven, thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
You're very welcome.
Now, when I walked in here, it's very overwhelming. There's a lot to see. Could you please tell us a little bit about what the hell we're looking at?
So that's the home of the Nightwolves MC. In Russian, it's Notorious Volky. Most of the people outside Russia know us as friends of Putin.
Yeah.
Well, all the bad stuff I think you can hear, but we're very feared. Well, yeah, and this place is our home base. It's actually home base to 176 chapters all over the world, in Australia, Philippines, Europe. I have Russian motorcyclists in America,
Nice.
in Canada, in 15 actually countries. And this place was born actually 27 years ago, and it has been something like metal fabrication in the USSR.
Yeah.
And yeah, 27 years ago we got this place and started to build from zero. Here was like everywhere were trees and growing stuff and something like this, and we took everything away and actually started later, I will show you, with the first stage. Then step by step we build it.
Let's go ahead and maybe walk in a circle and you can show us some of these things.
Sure.
We're standing next to this beast. As soon as we come in, Sven, can you tell us a little bit about this piece?
Well, actually, we have a lot of beasts, and this is the biggest one. Everything, as you see, is pure metal.
Yeah.
And well, if you do a place like this, of course, you have something to show on the road or something like this. And we built this truck, as you see, like a wolf. And actually, it has something to pull. It looks like
a winch of some sort.
Like for benzene,
Okay.
for fuel or whatever, for oil. But it opens up and it becomes a stage.
Okay.
So, and well, if to take history, the Nightwolves took a big part in getting back the Crimea in 2013, 12, 13, and 14.
Okay.
And yeah, this truck is a piece of this history as well.
So this truck actually drives still? This is something that moves around
Yes, of course.
still?
Everything you see moves,
Okay.
drives, whatever.
Nice.
You will see, and you will go on places that usual people actually can't see.
Okay, I'm really excited. Because again, when we're standing here, it almost feels like a grown-up jungle gym. You know, when you're a child, you want to go climb everywhere, go into different places. This looks like that, but for grown men.
I actually, well, I do, this is not the first excursion that I do.
Yeah.
Actually, I do this for veterans, I do this for children, I do this all the time here, representing the club for usual people. So, and I do call this place Disneyland for real men.
Yes. Well, there you go. I hit the nail on the head because it literally feels like that. Now I'm gonna show you around here. For normal people, I was told by Sven that you could actually rent a spot. You can come in and enjoy. And they have all sorts of chill places. You can see behind me, there's places for dining, and it looks like a small stage in this corner. Everywhere we look, there's little caves for enjoyment. But I just want you to take note, the theme here is all handmade metal gear. This is Mad Max, this is Waterworld, this is awesome.
Okay, now we're getting actually to the very first stage that was built on this place. It started, of course, like a concert, the usual concert stage, and now, it's a part of our shows, of our fairy tales that we do actually for children every beginning of the year in January, usually from the 3rd until the end of January. We do fairy tales for children.
Yeah, I have to tell you, Sven, immediately, guys, when we're walking up here, in the United States and California, we have something called Universal Studios. This looks like a Universal Studios set. And I was telling them when I saw it, this is like the water world to me. And I get goosebumps because of this ship. You look at it. It is freaking awesome, man. This is like metal. This is rock and roll. And yeah, please tell us more. I'm sorry. This is awesome.
No problem. Well, actually, this ship has also a story. Maybe you know about Piotr the First,
Yes.
who brought the navy actually to Russia, and this ship started as a good ship.
Okay.
But most of the people who know the Nightwolves is like that we are very connected to Russia, the history of Russia, Orthodox.
Yeah.
So the name of the ship before it converted in this was Победа. Do you know how to translate Победа?
Is it like Pavieda, like victory?
It's victory,
Okay.
yes. And we used it, it was very bright, and an actor like Piotr I, Peter the First, was riding on it, and everything was shiny and something like this. But then came the enemy and made out of Победа, Beda.
I don't know that word.
Beda is like poor.
Okay.
Or poorness, or something bad. Yes. So he came, or the enemy came with all the dollars, with all the money, with all their power, and made out of victory poor.
Okay.
It's a game with words, actually.
Yes, it's a game with words, but this is part of their lore. You have to understand. Every great organization has stories like this. And thank you so much for sharing it, because if I came here, I would have not known the history of this boat. And now what it looks like, well, take a look. When observing things at the Nightwolf headquarters, make sure you take your time to look at the small details. I was walking around this ship, and there was just so many things to this ship that I now notice after I'm editing this video. So take the time to walk around. If they allow you to look at certain things, record them, take them home, and look at them yourself. There's always people coming to visit. And actually, while we were there was people in a photo shoot. This place is a really good place to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, or New Year celebrations, especially if you ride motorcycles. It's definitely the place to go. It seems like the mecca for motorcycle people in Moscow and Russia.
So, just by the way, actually, 8 years ago, I was invited here for the first time to play as a DJ. Well, how to come to this is very difficult to explain, but it's not easy to get invited here. Let's say it like this. But I got invited, and I came to this place, to the main square.
Yeah.
Actually, the main square is also a stage.
Okay.
The main stage, as you see. And I froze, like watching around and around, like maybe 20 minutes. My ex-girlfriend came to me and said, "Hey, is everything okay?" I said, "I will never ever leave this place again." And still I'm here.
And here we are. Now, guys, does anybody know what this is? Anybody who's watching, please comment below. What do you guys think this is? From what I see, it looks like a big chicken hand and a house. Does this have a name?
Well, if you know fairy tales, you will find out actually. This is fully functional. So the chicken legs go down and it is turning around.
Oh yeah, I see it on a swivel here.
And it's turning around, and yeah, it's actually, it's a technical masterpiece. Everything you see from the fairy tales, like the oven, for example, or the Razboynik, he actually, well, I don't know the whole stories, yes, but Razboynik, he whistles.
Okay.
And when he whistles...
it comes out on that Tri Bogateria, guys.
Yeah.
I understand now what you're talking.
When he whistles, wind is blowing as hard as it can and makes a hurricane.
Yes.
So this guy actually whistles and he can blow you away.
And you guys have a fan there actually in front of
No,
what is
we
that?
don't have a fan. This guy...
Okay, sorry, never mind. No fan, guys. Let's continue.
Yeah. As you see, here we have the main stage. And if to start with all these buildings, it starts from the yellow crane box, or how you call it, and goes right down to the clown's hat and the oven. Yes, and everything you see moves. Everything is has something special. The earth is opening, and there's coming another ball outside where motorcycles are riding inside, and two dragons. The biggest dragon is behind there, and if it lifts his neck, it becomes as high as a 5-floor house. And it's there's fire, there is the wings are moving. As you see, we have two big hands. They are coming out and moving. So it can become very scary actually, but it looks wonderful altogether. And everything what you see is handmade. It is welded by usual people, and all these ideas come out of the head of our president, Kirill.
I had to take a bathroom break, and behind me is the most metal and hardcore bathroom in all of Russia. Let me know if you've seen something this badass. Now it's time to continue on with the tour.
So let's go.
Let's see what we have here.
So this is actually the backyard of the main part.
Okay.
Every club or motorcycle club should have a home for the brothers who come visiting and something like this. And this is actually the first clubhouse.
This right here.
Yes, this is the first clubhouse We build it, well, actually, in the first floor there are costumes and something like this. Second floor are beds, rooms, whatever. And the third floor is secret.
If you're coming and you're part of the club, or just say you're not, this right here looks like what I'm used to seeing in Siberia. This is awesome. I feel right at home. As many of you guys know, in the West, in the United States, we have celebrations where we do these floating random cars and stuff like this. Now, this right here is the Dream Factory. What I'm standing on is something came out of somebody's brain, and they just came into this room and started building whatever was on their mind. I'm going to show you one of the most significant builds that is in here, and I'm going to give you guys a little story behind the build, but please pay attention to all of these details. I know it's very hard to capture on a camera, but appreciate what's here because this was built by somebody's hands. This beast that you're looking at is the Nightwolves version of the St. George, representing this is the motorcycle here, representing their horse, yes. And I've been told that they take this out, and it's manned by a man with a spear, and it attacks one of these snakes that's out there, which you're going to see a little bit later. But check out just how huge it is. It is in a wheelie position, and it goes up and down. What do you think is the frame for this? If it's able to go up that high, what do you think is actually beneath this contraption here? By the way, again, if anybody's from Russia, everybody who's been watching this video, there's a lot of Russian tradition. Everywhere we see things that are being built, everywhere where we notice some things, there's always lore, a lot of culture in this place. What is this, guys? What is this? And also, if you've been watching this video this far, please do consider subscribing and leaving a comment down below, letting us know what's been your favorite design so far. Let's continue. And this part here, this snake, is the one that I told you that the St. George horse over their motorcycle is attacking. You saw the skulls in there. Now, this is also on a forklift frame. It's insane how many things they have on the forklift. They can actually attach pieces in the back, and it really looks like a snake in the end. As I understand, there's multiple people using these machines, making it so where people can enjoy it whenever they see it.
So this is the warehouse where we store actually like museum stuff. The Nightwolves are planning already for several years to open their own museum. But since then, we store it here. We get presents to all our celebration days, like birthday of the Nightwolves, birthday of our president, and if it is not, I mean, very expensive or something like this, we would store it here. Same like this Firebird, for example, out of another story. Different things. And for example, not for example, most of this, there are machines which were bought by Stalin to make weapons.
I'd really like to thank Sven for taking the time this far in the video. We walked so much and saw so many things. He was filled with so much knowledge, knowing where everything was made, knowing when it was made and how it was used. As you're walking through these warehouses, you just have to be at awe with the amount of stuff that is in there. Now, the many designs are so random, but they kind of have the same theme, right? It is handmade, and these people actually use it. I'd like to say that a lot of the things that I saw, I couldn't believe I was seeing because it's just so unusual, I guess. There are a lot of the things are one of one. You're not going to be seeing these type of things outside of these warehouses. And like Sven was saying, this was going to be turned into a museum in the future. And once they have it done and settled and fixed appropriately, it's going to look badass. Now let's continue with the video. This place is absolutely what we call littered because it's everywhere you see. Has so many different types of bikes, but this is the crown jewel. As you can see, the Nightwolf, I am standing on a Nightwolf 1 essentially, Air Force 1. This is Nightwolf 1. Tell me please, is this something that you expected? I certainly was not expecting to be able to even get into something like this. For me, it's a blessing to be able to explore things like this. I have to say thank you so much to Sven for allowing us to walk around here, but more importantly for the Nightwolves for existing, because things like these I have talked about in the past. Essentially, organizations like these add flavor to a country, right? A Russia without them would be very, very plain. That's metal. The president of the organization traveled from Russia all the way through Europe, and he actually stopped in Berlin in Germany, and he said that he would bring back the best thing that he found there back to Moscow, and it ended up being Sexton. Now, he has the club here. He has his own version of it. Let's go inside and check it out. The inside of the bar looks exactly like a movie set, and a lot of people go inside there also to take photo shoots now. To me, it looked like some sort of movie set for a thriller or a horror movie. It was totally awesome. And you know, you always have to expect with the Nightwolf theme, a bunch of wolves in every form. This is like a human wolf. And then you have the actual wolf that's stuffed. But there's also this Egyptian-like wolf. And remember, a lot of this stuff, I mean, everything is handmade, especially the things that are made of metal. Well, Sven, it's been a really good time you showing us around. I truly appreciate the behind the scenes. Where can people find you and find more about the Nightwolves?
Well, you can find me everywhere, on Instagram, on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, wherever you want, you can find me.
And all of that's going to be linked down below, by the way.
Yeah, thank you very much. Everybody who hasn't subscribed yet on your channel, please subscribe. The content is really, really good, and it's personal. I enjoy it. I enjoy every video, and yeah, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.